A product development consultant with a passion for nutrition, food safety, and wellness. She currently works as a quality assurance specialist at Airways Catering Limited and also serves as the founder of Diet Right Clinical Consults. Sarah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you very much for agreeing to speak to us to show us the way. So,
Thank you for having me too.
So, great. Let's ask a few questions. What is your normal day like? Let's start from you. Let's see who you are and how you work and how you solve problems.
Okay, so my normal day, I wake up, I do some lemon water, do some skips, get to work, go and do my section, go around, meet clients, talk to people, eat. There are times I actually don't eat 3 times a day. There are times that I want to be very punctual to myself, very good to myself. I end up eating like 3 times a day. I don't forget my food. I thought a boring life.
No, your picture doesn't look boring at all, so please.
Not at all.
We are going to look at your Instagram to see what you look like over there. All the naughty things that you've been doing.
Please do. You will see that I'm not boring. I
vibe. Good. So, but with work, when you go to work, what is your typical day like? What do you do at work with reference to nutrition and diet and things of that sort?
Okay, so when in the clinical test, typically ward round, then you see your clients and do your home if you check. Those who are new, normally do like counsel them up. And here are a lot of, trust me, I have a lot of female clients than male clients.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now women are more concerned about themselves.
Is it that women are more conscious or they are more sick? Which one?
Oh, not like they are more sick. You see, we think of our bodies too much. Like we are very particular about ourselves. Once I gain weight as a woman, I'm thinking, hey, what do I do? So all these things play a role factor. I see all these things per day, and now we have like the right chronic conditions in women as well. So you see them walking, have the consultation, laugh, try and make someone happy. Yeah, that's how the work is actually. As a health professional, it's able to be in everybody's shoes sometimes.
And understand where they are coming from and help them to solve their problems.
Exactly.
All right, so let's talk about this. How does your nutrition affect your hormonal balance?
Okay. Before need to understand what the hormone is, right?
Yes.
So the hormone is like the body's chemical messenger. Okay, that controls like everything from your mood to your metabolism. Now, it's very we have women having most hormones. Let me put it like that. And let's say for women we have hormones like estrogen. I'm talking about estrogen. This is actually responsible for our reproductive health. We have progesterone, which is very key for pregnancy and the menstrual cycle. We have insulin, which helps regulate your blood sugar. Cortisol, people do not pay attention to this. These are stress hormones. And the thyroid hormone, which controls the metabolism. So now nutrition plays a main role in managing or balancing hormones.
Okay.
In a sense that if your insulin is not regulated, you are likely to have your estrogen rise or imbalance. You have a risk of insulin resistance and then what we call estrogen dominance. Okay. If you are stressed, you are likely to have your hormones. You may have a delay in your menses. And this is something that people do not know or pay attention. So if you are not eating well, I always say nutrition comes with the lifestyle. So once I'm eating well and I'm not having a healthy lifestyle, I'm not having the habit, it may not work.
Okay.
It's about, I need to have a healthy lifestyle and be eating right to be able to have my hormones in check. If you get my point.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But that brings me then to the question. We are going to talk about, eating right. But what is a healthy lifestyle?
What's a healthy lifestyle? A healthy lifestyle is not sedentary.
So you mean sitting in the chair from morning to evening is not a healthy lifestyle?
It's not. Why would you be sitting down from morning to evening?
But that is what the work requires. You sit down at 8 and get up at 5.
You win. I always say drink water so that you can get up and win. Pee.
Okay.
So at least there's a bit of movement. The body is such that if you are not, I always say our body is like a car or a vehicle. If you are not moving the vehicle, at a point you see that when you even go and start the car, the engine will do no.
Before it will start.
Yes.
Cobwebs have entered the engine.
Yes. Like, there's a sort of dust in the engine and all that. Your body needs to be moved. That is why we have the parts we have. It needs to be moved. You can't be sitting down and work like that. And you get up and climb staircase. Don't even, I always often tell my clients, if you're an elevator at work, be good to yourself, use the staircase. If you're doing a someone that does 24/7, when you come to work, use the staircase. When you are going, use the stairs.
Use the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yes.
Even if I'm on the 10th floor.
Oh, try. I mean, you can balance it. Let's do an elevator from first floor to fifth floor. Then let's use the stairs from fifth floor to the 10th floor.
No, the other way around. Let's use elevator from ground floor to 5th floor. When you get to 5th floor, your reward is enter the lift.
Yes. And you can do it, and it can be like every day and what you want to achieve. So let's say I'm now going to start doing the staircase challenge. The first day, I will just use one staircase. The next day, I'll use 2. The next day, I'll use 3. Gradually, I'll use the 10 staircases without having to use the elevator. I had a client that was about 56 years, and she initially didn't know how to walk long distances. She told me she didn't know, she couldn't climb the stairs. We started gradually, bit by bit. We did the compound in house. Then later on, we went outside the compound, went to the junction, and it got to a point, started using the staircase because now she had moved the bones herself, She wasn't stiff anymore. So gradually, you get there. It's like you are like a baby. You crawl, you walk, then you are running.
Okay. So that is what you mean by a non-sedentary lifestyle. So,
Yes.
Since we are talking about hormonal imbalance, what are some of the signs that a woman may notice that her hormones may be imbalanced? Therefore, she knows that she needs the advice you are about to give.
Some of the signs. When, how do I make this?
For example, if she's gaining weight like more than at a rapid rate, could that be a sign that she's got a hormonal imbalance?
It could be a sign. Hormonal imbalance can show up any way, anyhow. When you have irregular periods,
if she has irregular periods too, it's a sign of a hormonal imbalance.
Yes.
Okay.
You can ask questions on why or how you are not having your period normally at every month. If you are constantly getting tired, fatigued, you should question yourself, because as a woman, let's start from, let's say, adolescence. When you begin to be fatigued and stuff like that, you know that you are deficient from certain nutrients that can affect your hormones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And aside fatigue, maybe weight gain, as she said, mood swings.
Mood swings.
Recently, I found myself personally having mood swings. And I'm asking myself, sometimes my dad says something that really helps professionals forget that.
We are human beings too.
Exactly. And I had mood swings. I was like, where is this coming from?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that for some time, my diet has been rough. I have been stressed. I have been, I don't have time to eat well. And I started seeing like signs of acne on my face a lot.
Okay.
And that at this point, I need to pay attention to myself. So then, all these are signs that you are having, hormonal imbalances. And then we have something we call the PMS, premenstrual syndrome.
Great.
When you have, how do I put it, bloating sometimes, you should know that your gut is not well. When you are having cramps, when you have your period, ask yourself questions. Maybe you are not exercising enough. Maybe you are stressed. All these things are things that you need to pay attention to that cause hormonal imbalances. When you begin to feel or see signs, please go and see your doctor.
True that. You mentioned PMS. Let me ask a bit more questions about that. What is the relationship between your diet and premenstrual syndrome?
Okay. So your diet actually is medicine. Okay. Your diet actually is medicine. And let's say I'm somebody that bloats a lot. Okay, I mentioned bloating.
You mentioned bloating, yes.
Yes. It may mean that my estrogen level is fluctuating.
Okay.
Okay, so PMS, mood swings, cramps, and bloating, they mean that your estrogen is fluctuating, your progesterone in your luteal phase of the menstrual cycle. There's a fluctuation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, in a sense, you have to pay attention to be able to stabilize your blood sugar. Some people have stabilized their blood sugar. Some people have to regulate their the intake. So maybe we need high fiber food. We need to have omega-3 fatty acids in your food. These things play a role. So you need to reduce foods that are high inflammation. So you have to have anti-inflammatory foods. You have to have like some nutrition support, your nutrient support. So in a sense, you are looking at having nutrients like magnesium in your diet, calcium in your diet. And you need to pay attention to it. Like when you have PMS, you are likely to have irregular ovulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we all know that when we ovulate, they are very different. They are very worried because then the time I may not be able to continue. And there's this one thing we all don't pay attention. I mentioned, they're talking about that sleep. Sleep is very important.
Sleep?
Yes, sleep.
Sleep?
Yes.
Is that part of the diet?
Oh, I told you lifestyle is part of diet.
So we must sleep?
Oh, you have to sleep. If you don't sleep, your cortisol levels
would rise.
And once cortisol level will rise, your hormones are going to play games with you. That's why I like to put it. The hormones will play games with you. And, it disrupts what's called melatonin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And your appetite hormones. So worsens, but your PMS fatigue and craving. Some studies show that if you don't sleep well, you wake up your hunger hormone.
Yes. Somebody told me today that when he sleeps late, then he has to eat in the middle of the night.
Yes, so you see, let me just say that sleeping late and you are working, that's fine. Yes, and that is fine. But you see a Cobrani eating at 5:30, and sleeping at 5:45, or a Cobrani eating at 9 o'clock and sleeping at 9:05.
Okay.
And not to gain weight. Not expect to wake up tired.
Why would he wake up tired?
Hey, when you eat, you need to be able to burn some calories. Allow your body to work it out. Don't let it sleep. It's like rain has fallen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a pothole. If you don't sweep the pothole, the water will still be stuck in the pothole.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how you should see it with your body. Your body needs things. It needs to be working. It's a constant thing. So sleep is very important. Your cortisol level is something that you need to pay attention. Okay, so a diet. If you are having sleep problems, right?
Okay.
Diet will help you. A diet with complex carbohydrates and tryptophan-rich food.
What is that?
Tryptophan.
Okay. Let's put it this way. What are the specific nutrients or vitamins essential for a woman's hormonal health? What are the specific nutrients and vitamins we should be consuming for a specific for the woman's hormonal health? You started mentioning some things. What is tryptophan?
Tryptophan is more like
is it protein?
Yes.
Okay. And our hormones need tryptophan to help produce the hormones.
Yes. And then what we can with vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
That's yes.
Let me start writing my list. Tryptophan, vitamin D.
Yes. Vitamin D is important. When you wake up in the morning, don't stand in the sun. At least.
For how long?
You know how long in the sun? I can't give a specific amount of time that you should stand in the sun. Let the sun see you more.
Okay.
Yes, and there's someone that is not in the country, and you have like the sunlight not there as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can have like fortified foods that are fortified with vitamins or supplements.
Okay.
But you don't supplement without your doctor's advice or your dietitian's advice.
All right.
People just have a supplement. It's not advice.
You should get advice first.
Yes, get advice first. Aside vitamin C, I said magnesium. Magnesium. We find that in spinach, almond, dark chocolate. Let me tell you something about dark chocolate. When you are in your period and you have cramps that relax, dark chocolate actually causes you to relax.
Say it again. When you are in your period and you have what?
You're having cramps.
Cramps.
Do you know? I sure you know. Do you know how it feels like?
No, I don't know. I know how it feels like. When I go and eat food I shouldn't eat and my stomach starts cramping. I know how that one, but not the menstrual type. They're eating too much bad food type. I know that one.
Okay. So like cramps, dark chocolate.
So if you have dark chocolate, it will help the menstrual cramps.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Does Cocoa Board know this?
I don't know. That chocolate actually causes you to relax.
Okay.
And it's not.
If I'm stressed, does dark chocolate also cause me to relax?
Oh yeah.
Mr. Kante, you need dark chocolate in your life.
As for me right now, when I'm stressed, either I get dark chocolate or raw cocoa.
Or what?
Raw cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder. No. Raw cocoa powder is not sweet. Dark chocolate is better.
Dark chocolate is actually, it has the same
but emu de kakra.
Sorry. I was at work and like I took dark chocolate when I slept like a day, like 4 hours.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Only yesterday we went to buying chocolate for my friend who has come to Ghana. So we're like, you should buy gifts to take back. So we bought chocolates from different places, all made in Ghana chocolates. I saw some interesting ones I didn't see before.
Yeah.
Chocolate people, apparently your chocolate is medicine. You have not been telling us. Please tell us. You should tell us so that we buy more of the chocolates. When your any of my staff who comes to work and says, "Hey, menstrual pain," I say, "Eat that chocolate."
Oh.
I'll start giving it out like pills in my office. I'm going to buy some.
It's that omega-3 fatty acids.
Omega-3. Okay.
Yes. Omega-3, like in the oil, so salmon, mackerel, walnut.
We don't have walnuts here. Tell me things we have here.
Right there we have walnuts.
Where?
Granola. We do granola. Those who do granola actually have walnuts in their granola.
They go and buy it from somewhere. Give me a seed that grows in Ghana.
Oh, please.
Homework. Go and find an omega-3 seed that grows in Ghana. So Abrofron seed or whatever it is. Find it for me, please.
You have heard you. And it's healthy fat. Healthy fat, it has healthy fat. So none of that is season. People should take advantage of that. And aside that, I mentioned what? I did dictation. Yes, but that.
And tryptophan, vitamin D, magnesium. I have a question about magnesium and omega-3.
Omega-3.
Any more to add?
Oh yeah,
vitamin
B.
B.
So yeah, the BB.
Which of the Bs?
B6.
All of them.
B2. Yes, the BB. It aids in stress response. We have zinc from, let's say, an example of zinc. We get zinc from pumpkins. Okay, they support your hormones. And iodine. This helps your thyroid.
Yep.
Yes. So iodine, you must have iodized salt to keep your thyroid in. So whole foods are best, but talk to your doctor first before you take supplements. Supplements are not meant to do the main work. They are meant to assist. So
okay, thank you very much for your list. I'm sure it's not exhaustive. There may be a few more, but this is more than enough for us to be able to work with.
Yeah.
I have a question about the magnesium. There's magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium. What's the one they put in the one that they use for trisilicate? So which magnesium are you referring to? All of them?
The milk of magnesium.
Are you referring to all of them, or one or two in particular?
I mean, I prefer what's it called? I would prefer foods that come with magnesium.
Okay, so food, not supplementation, but food that contains magnesium.
Yes, because the main thing is not the supplement.
Okay.
It's the food.
So
but the recommended take of magnesium is about 320 milligrams daily.
How much?
310 to 320 milligrams.
310 to 320 milligrams daily. Okay.
Yes.
But if I do that in dark chocolate, is how many pieces?
Hey, Brad, this idea I
I'm trying to find an excuse to eat more chocolate.
No.
And when I eat it, they don't complain to me. They don't say you are eating too much chocolate. I say Debbie, Edru. It is medicine.
So you mentioned the type of magnesium, right? So magnesium citrate.
Yes.
Okay, which is great for the PMS.
Okay.
It supports your relaxation and mood. Okay, and it helps with constipation. Okay.
Constipation.
Yes. And then we have the magnesium glycinate.
Glycinate.
Yes, glycinate. It's actually gentle and well absorbed. It helps reduce anxiety. Women that go through anxiety, they help calm. Yes. So something with magnesium actually does that. So let's say the mood swings, but the glycinate is actually not bad. Magnesium oxide is there as well. I mean, I hope people are taking those, because later on I'll come and take education.
You come and do quiz.
Yes.
And collect marks. Are there prizes for the quiz? You have to give us prize, though.
Oh, don't worry. Surprise.
Excellent. So we know the kind of things we are supposed to be looking for and putting inside our foods, and that will help us to work.
Yes, but I just remember that chocolate about, we have like 10% of it maybe in dark chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to just shoot that side to that sugar spike.
All right. My next question is on sugar. How does blood sugar spikes affect your hormonal health? What's the relationship? So if I drink a bottle of soda, carbonated soft drink, they contain plenty of sugar. Once it hits my system, my sugar is going to rise very quickly. How does that affect my hormone health? Especially, and then after a while, the sugar drops very quickly because, it is mopped up and then it goes. So that I get a sugar spike up and down and up and down. Does that have a relationship to how our hormones behave?
Oh, yeah. Foods high in sugar actually do your body a lot of. They cause inflammation, which elevate your cortisol and the part your estrogen balance. Now, sugary foods like the soda you were talking about, they will spike your insulin, leading to insulin resistance, affecting the testosterone and worsening symptoms like PCOS.
Yeah.
So women that come with the clinic, sometimes if they manage their sugar level, they see their period again.
So if they manage their sugar levels, their periods improve.
Yes. If the problem is high sugar and you manage it, it would improve. And managing your sugar level comes with not just the food, but the meal timing, your portion control, and the amount of exercise you do.
Okay.
Yes, you understand?
Yes.
So instead of having like, let me give you an example. Instead of having like all the sugary drinks, why don't you have like infused water? Why don't you have fruits as your snack? Because some studies have shown that when you cut down added sugar, it would improve your insulin function and reduce the inflammation. Okay, so it helps with your it causes your hormones balance at that point, and it's very difficult to actually manage some of these sugars when they have PCOS sometimes, because once your sugar is high, you are likely to gain weight. Then you have other conditions coming in. I always say you have conditions that act like twins and triplets: high sugar, cholesterol, weight gain, hypertension.
They go together.
They go together. So once your sugar levels are low, it's going to cause great harm, especially if you have PCOS, as I've mentioned.
Okay, all right. So good idea. We should generally consume fewer to no high sugar foods and over processed foods.
Fine, yes, fine. So I'm glad you said over processed foods, because people who process foods with ultra processed. I have a video online, and I was saying that everything you do is actually processed.
Yes.
Yes, people don't know that when they are processing.
Yes.
Yes.
Even chewing is processing.
Exactly. So far as it has gone through some processing, what you have to test is the ultra processed.
Ultra processed. Okay.
Yes. That's
okay, good point. Our gut health. How can we use our diet to ensure that we have a good gut health?
Okay. Your gut is causing. Again, I have a client that's having hormonal imbalance. And she actually she came to me and said, you know what, Sarah, I don't know what to do. I was like, let's try working on your gut. Because then when your gut is angry, it's going to affect you. So the gut is like the hormonal control center. Okay. It has a lot of bacteria.
Okay.
Trillions of bacteria. Yes. But we have the good bacteria and we have the bad bacteria. Okay. So then there are specific gut bacteria that help metabolize the estrogen levels and prevent the effect of estrogen. Okay. So gut bacteria regulate your insulin and appetite hormones. Okay. So to keep your gut thriving and keep your gut health, you have to focus on probiotic rich foods. And for Ghanaians like we are very privileged because most of these good bacteria are found in fermented foods.
Fermented foods like what?
Oh,
what?
Gakenke goes to fermentation.
Gakenke. Why did you mention that one first? Hey, madam.
Because I'm a Ghana.
Yes, you are being biased. You mentioned your hometown food first.
Oh, because I eat that a lot.
Ghana kenke.
Yes.
It's very good for the guts.
Yeah. Hausa cocoa.
Hausa cocoa.
Yes. Even all our foods are fermented. Corn porridge is fermented. Yogurt, the local yogurt, Burkina has a little bit of probiotic in.
Burkina.
Yeah. How do I put it? Yogurt. So people to the mall, those who, when you go to the mall, you can have probiotic yogurt. And when you go and buy yogurt, make sure you have probiotics. Okay. Make sure that probiotic yogurt that will help your gut very well.
I'll have some today because of you.
And as a probiotic, you also have prebiotic fibers. So foods like banana, beans, all that. Prebiotics feed the probiotic. They feed the bacteria. So
banana is good for gut bacteria.
Oh yes, of course. They're prebiotics.
And beans.
Yeah.
Beans?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Beans.
So I have Ghana. No, I want the fermented foods, please. Which other fermented food? Ghana kenke and which one?
Oh, all the corn continents are fermented in Ghana.
Which ones?
Oh, Hausa cocoa.
Fanti kenke.
I really don't know the fruit of fancy kenke.
Fanti kenke is more fermented than Ghana kenke.
Oh, really? Then I don't know how it's prepared actually. It's because I'm Ghana, like I said. Yeah.
All right, fancy cake is more fermented. What about kokonte?
Oh, kokonte is not fermented. Is that fermented? No.
My dear, we need to go for catering classes, you and I. Kokonte is cassava that has been put in the sun and dried before they grind it, before it's so by all means, that putting in the sun and dry will undergo fermentation.
It goes a little fermentation.
Yes.
It may not give you enough, like the amount of probiotics you are looking for.
Okay. Kokonte has this thing, probiotics inside, because it's fermented.
It's not substantial.
And then, okay. So these are foods that we should have in our diet, but to ensure that we'll be as
even quickly fermented.
What's that? Pepli?
Yes.
Hey, when are we having homo?
August. Well, my part of it is August. Dawa is also fermented.
Dawa.
Have you tried dawa jollof?
I've had dawa before, actually. Yeah.
The jollof.
What did I eat it with? No, I had it was bean stew or something. And it was dawa inside.
You should try dawa jollof.
Okay. I shall. Okay, I'll tell my one of my web colleagues that he should arrange it for me from his hometown.
Great.
Okay. But you know, when we read the text, we always talk about fermented foods, and I've always said, so which are our fermented foods that we should? But when you look, they say what kimchi and all kinds of foreign things. We have some things here which are fermented. Hey, what about palm wine? It's fermented.
If it's fresh, why not? If
it's fresh, it's full of probiotics, isn't it?
Yes. But if you make it.
No, if it's fresh, it's full of probiotics, yes?
Yes.
And if it's fermented, it is full of fermentation, yes? Oh, we didn't mention alcohol here. We are just talking about fermentation.
We are talking about fermentation. I'm just, please, I beg. Please don't alcoholic palm wine and come and say your doctor.
Oh, it's medical advice. Drink palm wine. If it's fresh, it's full of probiotics. And if it's fermented, we have a problem with the alcohol, but the fermentation is good.
Yes.
Good. So we actually need to be more aware of the fermented foods that we have in our part of the world. I think it's really important.
Yes, I don't worry. I would do a video very soon about fermented foods in Ghana.
Thank you very much. I'm really, really grateful. Please send it to me
I will.
when you are done. I'm really, really grateful.
I got you.
Yeah. Thank you. So you've explained about our digestive system and the importance of our gut health, and the importance that we should feed our gut with the right kinds of foods to ensure that the gut does well. And I would say that I'm assuming that those are the best foods for supporting hormonal balance, yes?
Yeah.
The foods you've mentioned will still be the same as the best foods that we can use to support hormonal balance.
Yes.
Okay. You've mentioned sleep and the fact that sleep with good diet causes us to be balanced. You've also mentioned the fact that stress affects our gut health, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And it affects the ability of the gut to absorb or metabolize our food properly, right?
Yes, it does.
So if there's stress in your life, it can affect your hormones.
It would affect your hormones totally, because it's going to increase your when you are stressed. Let me control your sugar. You can't control your sugar when you are stressed.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
There's something.
All right. So let's ask about this. So there are various diets that people are doing. Let's first talk about the good ones before we talk about the extreme ones. Plant-based diets or purely vegetarian diets, how does that affect your hormonal balance?
Plant-based diet. So, plant-based diet actually is not a bad thing. It's not bad at all.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we hear voice at the back. He wants to also talk so.
Yeah, somebody wants attention. No problem.
Yes, please. So, plant-based diets, they work beautifully for the hormones if they are planned well and they are balanced. So, they provide iron.
Okay.
They have zinc. Let's say the pumpkin seeds, omega-3 fatty acids from maybe flax seeds. And flax seeds are very good for women and their, how do they call it, menopause.
Flaxseed?
Yes, please.
It's good for menopausal women?
Yes, please.
What does it do for them?
It has omega-3 fatty acids, mainly, which helps the women. And it helps with the estrogen balance as well.
Estrogen balance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. And it's either they are hot.
So if you have a vegetarian diet or a plant-based diet, it can be good for your hormonal balance, right?
Yes. But then you need to have supplementation of vitamin B12.
Vitamin what? B12. Yes.
But studies show that they are likely to be deficient in
In
that
B12,
particular.
yeah, because you get those mainly from meat-based sources.
Yes. So they actually have supplementation of B12. But some research also suggests that vegetarians may face slightly higher risk of early menopause if the nutrients are balanced.
Why?
Because you need, as I said, you need certain nutrients that can help promote the balance of the hormones. Okay. So if you don't have a balanced nutrition, you are likely to be deficient in some nutrients, which may cause early menopause as well. If I explain the word.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what about all these diets that are being, all these, TikTok diet and Instagram diet and social media diet and, what are your thoughts about them with respect to hormonal balance? For example, the diets that require that you have extreme fasting for several days.
What's the question?
I said, what is the relationship? I mean, would you recommend some of these social media diets or extreme diets for hormonal health? So, for example, those diets that require that you fast for several days, would would that have an adverse or a positive effect on your hormonal health?
Why are you going to do a diet that will save your life? That is my question.
A diet that would what?
Will complicate your life.
Oh, okay. A diet that will complicate your life. Good question. Yes. Ask again.
Why can't you just do the normal thing you should do and just have a balance on your plate?
Okay.
Why are we following all the fad diets?
We think they'll work faster. We want fast results. You know, we don't like slow results.
Fast results come with no, they don't. I beg you. Please, let me keep him.
I think you need to attend to yours truly.
Don't worry. So that the fat diet,
yes,
they cause nutrient restriction.
They will definitely cause nutrient restriction. Yes.
Yeah. And then you end up having your irregular period.
It will make it worse.
Yes. You end up having irregular period and all that. They have amenorrhea because the diet you are taking says do not have iron.
Yeah.
You may just be stressing your hormones. You may be worsening your condition of spirit. The main thing is you are likely to be deficient. So please do not follow these fad diets. Come let us show you what is best for you. Okay. Don't go looking at Instagram and Twitter. Do you know how they lost their they're lying to people? They are lying to you. When your period is on, don't blame anybody. Blame yourself because you think that doctor's advice.
Okay, so those kinds of diets can actually worsen your hormonal balance, right?
It does. It stresses you, spikes your cortisol.
Stresses you, raises cortisol, prevents you from getting the essential nutrition that you need for your hormones to be able to work effectively.
Yes. It does.
Oh, good. Good. Excellent. All right. Let me ask you 2 quick questions so that we can let you go because your master requires attention. What cultural or traditional foods do we have that you would particularly recommend that we need to eat a lot more of?
Oh, leafy greens.
Which ones? I don't see many leafy greens that we consume in this country. Like what?
Hey, your contombre is leafy green.
Contombre one?
Spinach.
It's the same thing.
Oh.
1.5.
What's else? Oh, we eat a lot of dandelion.
We don't eat a lot of greens in this country.
Oh, we do. Ayoyo.
Ayoyo too?
Yes. Have you mentioned ayoyo?
You've mentioned 2.
Ayoyo is 1. Kotobe is 2.
Yeah, you've just mentioned 2. Green leafy vegetables, leaves. I'm talking about leaves.
They eat bitter leaf in Ghana.
Bitter leaf, rarely. Bitter leaf is not even very common. In our Nigerian community, very much. But in the Ghanaian community, not so much.
Yes. We eat bitter leaf. Let me remember.
You see, we don't have that many leaves. Oh, no, I've observed it. We don't have that many leaves. I went to Nigeria and they gave me light soup. Their light soup had leaves inside. And I was like, this is interesting. I've never had light soup with leaves inside before. And I realized that their food, every meal, there's some leaf walking about somewhere in the food. They eat a lot. The Nigerians eat a lot of leaves.
Yes.
But somehow we miss the leaf boots.
It's anything.
So anyway, so those things are there. And finally, what practical steps can a woman take today to start eating well, to achieve an adequate hormonal balance and long-term vitality? What would you recommend?
So I would recommend have a healthy lifestyle, as I said.
Okay. And the food?
Eat high fiber. Go for high fiber. Don't let your plate be without protein, lean protein. Don't let your plate be without healthy fat.
High fiber, lean protein, healthy fats.
Yes. And have enough rest, enough sleep, exercise. When you wake up, just, how do we call it? When you wake up, just exercise, do some skips. When you do some skips, you are good to go. You don't need to go to the gym. Okay. Just be happy. So, yes.
Sarah.
Because once you are happy, you are able to eat well.
Yes.
Right. So your healthy plate should have half of your plate should be vegetable.
Okay.
One third of the plate should be your carbs. One third of the other third of the plate should be your protein. Have your healthy fats in there. Don't take too much oil. Don't go for junk. Eat right.
And we'll be fine.
As a woman, drink enough water. When you are in your menses, after your menses, you should be able to have some iron in your diet because you have lost some amount of blood. Have iron. If you are taking iron rich, also make sure you are taking vitamin C because vitamin C enhances the absorption of the iron you have lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so all these things are attention. And for my grandmothers, please pay attention in your diet. Don't say I'm going that I cannot drink milk. Calcium actually helps you in your menopausal stage. So yeah.
Carly.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Sarah Okine, a registered dietitian, and she's been educating us on the impact of our diet on our hormonal health in women and the kinds of things that we should do to ensure we have a healthy diet. A lot of the things she mentioned are things that are familiar Ghanaian dishes, just that we may not be as consuming them with the knowledge of the fact that those are actually medicines for our health and not just food that we are eating. It's been said that if you don't take, what did they say about medicine and health? Eat your food as medicine. Otherwise, you will take medicine as your food. It has been very educative and very enlightening. And I'm hoping that we shall take various steps from now going to affect our lives to be productive in all the things that we do and to ensure that we are having the best kind of diet there is. Our next song, or our only song, we've been talking straight throughout. So today we are going to have the song at the end. And it's a song called Under the Canopy by Frank Edwards. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Zed 101.9 FM.